Coming to you live, it's the Auto Hub Show with Ian and Jeff. Here we go.
Who said you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Hi, I'm Gail Rubenstein, the founder and CEO of a company called Retail Resilient, social selling for the car industry. And we help auto dealers, auto agencies, and vendors in the auto industry sell more cars, service more cars, and make more money using our social selling strategy. That includes TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and anything else you can think of. So if you're looking to invest thousands and make millions, we're definitely the social selling company for you. Like I said, who said you can't teach an old dog new tricks?
I was at Larry Pullman's seminar. So happy I came, having such a good time. Thank you so much, Larry.
One of the best trainers in this area for sure. I don't know about anywhere else, but as far as I know, he's the best. So,
told you twice.
Take advantage.
Thank you for having me here.
I'm at Larry Feldman's seminar, and what I found is that what he's really good at doing with his knowledge and with his training, he's not filling a bucket, he's lighting a fire.
Ways to improve. Every month we want to improve better on what we did the month before, maybe the year before. It's about how fast we can get the cars done with quality work to get it to the front line, because that's where we make our money. And the bottom line is the longer it takes, the more money you spend. We want to get it down as low as possible. Right now, like I said, we're in a great stage. We're at 4.5 days. In recon, we want to know how quickly we can get the cars out of the recon process and to the front line. The average days in recon and then the time to line are the most important things that we look for. I'm Mike Burrell. I'm Service Director at JM Lexus.
This is Ian.
And this is Jeff.
And we're here from the Auto Hub Show. We're doing an ambush interview. So just want to introduce the gentleman we just met, and it is Paul. Sorry, he is Paul. And we're just in a Becky Chernek room, talking a little bit about financing cars. So maybe you can introduce yourself.
If I can stick my nose here, we must acknowledge the fact that this has got to be the friendliest dealer here because it's from Friendly Auto Gallery. You gotta like that.
So I'm Nicolas. I'm just north of Atlanta, Georgia. Been an independent dealer for 7 years, but I've been in the auto space since 2001.
Okay, no problem. So I heard something about being a pilot. That's kind of a big shift. So what was the reasoning?
So I was teaching people how to fly airplanes, and one of them owned a bunch of franchise stores. And so when 9/11 happened, he said, just come work for me and be my pilot. And so I did, and I taught him how to fly, and I was the pilot, and worked with him for 12 years in the franchise and wore every hat you could at a franchise store.
So do you teach people how to pilot cars then?
I help them for sure drive them.
Well, you know, I noticed, so Becky called you out, and I think she planned it because you were too smooth and cool. But she called you out and walked up to you, and you obviously know her. And because one thing she's been talking about here is let's deal with the credit first. Let's not deal with get them all in love with the car. And of course, if you're in Georgia, that's going to be that 3500 truck with the 17-inch lift and the Alcoa wheels for 90 grand, and he makes $12 an hour. But she was saying that you kind of practice this. Tell us a little bit more about this payment first thing, or finance first.
Yeah, very much, you know, and when I was called on, it was not planned. I was just coming to support a friend, and she called me out. So that's what you
under the bus.
Yeah, that's what you get for supporting friends, right? So, but no, it's very true, and I think dealers are worried about that. But the reality is it makes a better experience for the customer, and it's better gross for the dealership, because when you do the customer interview, and I guess I back up here a little bit, but I always hire my salespeople as people. They've got to be a people person. So they don't have to have the bachelor's degree. They don't have to have all the tenure in the auto business. But it's about being a people person. And so by them getting to know them, by them asking them the questions, learning about their family, you know, they maybe came in on the Camaro or they want a sports car, but you find out that they need you find out that they need like a family car, and so they may like it, but the wife at home knows that they need a van. So if you didn't find that out and you were selling him the Camaro, and then the deal's going to fall apart because the wife is going to say no. So it's about getting to know the customer. It's about getting to know their budget, their credit, and that way you can help them select a car that they're going to want to enjoy, they're going to like, they're not going to be disappointed in, and you're going to close more deals and make more money.
You mean a Camaro doesn't fit like a family of 5?
No, I think we can all, maybe if you installed something in the trunk.
Well, you know, I can't tell you how many times somebody's gone home, taken delivery of that Camaro. They pull up, honey, look what I got. And they're on their way back to the dealership. And it's funny, the old days was, of course, it'd be like, you know, right out of the movie Suckers, which I'm sure you've seen. Is that your name on the bottom? You're an owner? Get the heck out of here. A little different world, but it's funny how we have to do that. We have to get to know the customer first. I love how you said that, because when I used to train salespeople, I'd literally have a recording of that song, "Getting to Know You," and they'd laugh, and then they kind of realize, because there's nothing worse than selling somebody what they want, which is important, but do they need it? Can they get it? It's also a very big deal. What do you do when you got people that say, but you're I know you hire your people, not your salespeople, people. What about when they kind of say, hey, that's what they want?
Yeah, well, you prove it to them, right? They had that customer that come in on that Mustang, that Camaro, and so they worked the whole deal themselves, thinking that they were doing the right thing. And that customer says, all right, let me think about it, because you had to take them off of that and put them onto a Taurus in order to get the deal done. And so you say, okay, why do you think they want to think about it? Well, they're disappointed they didn't get the Mustang, right? So it's one of those things where you just got to prove it to the salesperson enough that they get it. And then they see the success, and then they start to adopt it.
And then they work with the customer, which keeps them from leaving you, going down the street to the person who says, yeah, we can do that for you, running them through the rigmarole. I don't know where you come from, but where we come from, they can actually roll them on the spot.
Yeah.
And we can plate them, and then they pull them back and say, guess what? You don't get it. Goodbye. And they're, then of course, it's a little too late.
Yes.
But perfect. Thank you so much for taking the time. We do appreciate you for just allowing yourself to be ambush interviewed. And
twice now.
Twice now. Yeah, well, this is the interview. That was like, I'm never going to go talk to her about why she went and threw you under the bus. So thank you so much, Paul. It's been a real pleasure, and I really admire the way you do business. Good for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Good luck on the pilot mission.
Thanks for joining us. It was a great show, and follow us anywhere you would like on your favorite podcast, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and of course on our YouTube, or subscribe to our own channel.